John Hanson Stadium at Carlton Field in Osseo for a state Class 5A football, a quarterfinal matchup. It's the Section 8 champion, the Alexandria Cardinals, and the Section 5 champion, the Cooper Hawks. Hi, I'm Jay Wilcox along with Joe Basil, and big day for Cooper here, Joe. First time since 1996 that they've been in the state playoffs. They've been knocking on the door for a long time, and now they're here, and they want to keep it going and see if they can come up with another big game here.
Yeah, and they finally knocked on the door and they finally kicked it in, and we've been able to experience some of their games this year. And I don't know, you don't want to always say this, but in some ways maybe a team of destiny, Jay, heading to the U.S. Bank.
Alexandria, you look at their record and you say, whoa, only 6-5. But boy, they've played some good teams. They've had a lot of close games. They came back in their section semifinal and then knocked off the top seed Moorhead, and then scored late against Bemidji. They have definitely been tested, and you cannot overlook them just because of that record.
No, that's so true. And I think early on they had some bumps in the road, and then they closed fast. And as you said, Moorhead, a quality program, beat a really good Moorhead team, and they got guys. They got some guys.
Let's talk about key players to look at in this one, and wasn't terribly difficult for Alexandria to pick out who we're going to talk about in this one. Kristen Hoskins, their coach called him a once-in-a-career type of athlete. He's committed to the U of M.
Right, and when I watched a little bit of film on them this year, the old adage about speed kills, Hoskins has it. He's got a couple kickoff returns for touchdowns. They get him the ball out in space or just your basic fly pattern, and he does the rest.
And for Cooper, they've got a lot of different playmakers. We're going to focus in today on their standout junior, Jackson Howard. He was a force at defensive end in that win last week in the section final against Armstrong. And Alexander is going to have to get bodies to him or he can cause a lot of havoc.
You got to account for him. What a player. And as you said, on both sides of the ball, it'll be interesting for us to watch, I think, today if Cooper gets him the ball a little bit more. There was that one kind of drag pattern against Armstrong for big yardage. And, he does so well on defense. Sometimes people forget about him at tight end. So we'll be interesting to watch that today.
Sad to say, but injuries are a part of football. Alexandria, their quarterback and their top running back have been a little bit banged up. They are going to be able to go today. Cooper is going to be without Camden Royal. We saw him get hurt in the early part of that Armstrong game. He's got a knee injury. They're saying he's not necessarily done for the year if they continue to play on, but not going to be available today, so definitely a loss for them.
Probably a good decision. We talked to Willie Howard pregame. Probably a good decision to keep him out of this game. Hopefully, at least they got one more bite at the apple and maybe can plug Camden in the game. And as we talked a little bit before the game, Camden's such a threat all over the place, but also catching the ball out of the backfield. So they're going to miss that today.
Will be an interesting one. No common opponents for these teams. Different parts of the state meeting up. We know they're both good football teams, but how will they do head-to-head? We'll find out next. Alexandria and Cooper coming up here in the state Class 5A quarterfinals.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
And welcome back here to Osseo, neutral site game here in the State 5A quarterfinals. Osseo, pretty big stands here, so they're hosting quite a few of the contests. Cooper won the toss, but they deferred, so Alexandria will get the football first. Tegan Peffer, number 6, and number 13, Kristen Hoskins, back deep to receive for the Cardinals. Right now, the weather not too bad. Obviously, it's much colder than it's been. A little bit of a breeze for sure, but there's talk of, by the end of this game, it could be snowing, and we'll see, what things look like as you get a look right there. 33 degrees, and we, as Joe and I were talking off camera before, we didn't really get to ease into it this year, where you kind of get a little colder. This is really the first real cold weather game, I think, for at least for Cooper.
Right.
Alexandria, they got a fair amount of snow. I was talking to Coach Mike Empting, and he said, yeah, we definitely got hit. He said the cutoff appeared to be around St. Cloud for where the snow really fell. So they've got some on the ground back at home, and we're expecting a little bit here in the Twin Cities this weekend as well. So Leo Garcia will kick it off here for the Hawks. He's going to boot it on the ground. It takes a big high hop. Hoskins will grab it at the 16. Here's Hoskins with a little room to work with up the middle, but he's wrapped up and taken down. Nice open field stop there for the Hawks by Gurley. And so Alexandria will have the football for the first time. Carter Steffensmeyer, their senior quarterbacks, had a good year, but as we said, Coach Empting said he's been a little bit banged up, had to come out of one of the playoff games, but they're hoping he's all ready to go here. As you get a look at the starters, the offense on the left for Alex and Cooper's defense on the right. Football at the 27 for Steffensmeyer and crew. Gonna get it to Hoskins here. Hoskins bouncing it to the outside, and David Connors will shove him out of bounds. A decent pickup there of about 5, it looks like. And as we said, they're going to try and get him the ball in a variety of ways, and we see it right there.
Right off the bat, Jay, and get it in your playmaker's hands, and a little jet sweep action, and you can see why. You can see early on how Hoskins can be just a real dangerous threat, real threat.
Coach Howard said we got to be aware where he is, but we can't overcommit to him either. They've got some other players as well. So 2nd and 5, Steffensmeyer rolling to his left. Howard bearing down on him. He gets rid of it. And the catch is made there by Hoskins for the first down, out over the 40 to about the 42, as they'll pick up 10 more.
Nice patience by Steffensmeyer, I thought, extending the play and good footwork, kind of a half roll, and finding his guy Hoskins against that Cooper zone defense, Jay.
Nice hands catch on a cold day, too, because that ball was just slightly behind him, but it was actually thrown where it needed to be. They're going to go up the middle here. Will Height will pick up 2 or so on that play, as the middle of the Cooper defense holding up pretty effectively that time for the Hawks. At the bottom of the pile there.
Yeah, good feeling out process, it looks like, by Alexandria. Tried the jet sweep, and then, like I say, a little spot pass into the zone defense, and now they try the inside core of the Cooper defense on a run play.
2nd and long from the 45. Steffensmeyer looked right. Now he's going to step up and run it. He's a good runner. Steffensmeyer will have the first down into Cooper territory, down to about the 42.
Not sure if that was a run all the way, Jay, but he didn't take a long time making up his mind. Kind of looked downfield.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think this is a scramble. I don't think it was necessarily a plan. It was covered up what was there. David Connors the stop, but a couple of first downs for Alexandria. They have it at the Cooper 42 now, 1st down and 10.
Alexandria with trips to the Cooper sideline over here, 3-by-1.
Go to Height, left side, and a nice gap to run through, as he'll pick up about 9. I do have a flag, though. And this one in an area where you might expect to possibly see a hold.
Yeah, it's usually in that danger zone for hold right there.
Yeah, indeed it is a hold against the Cardinals, so wipe out that nice gainer there on the first down run.
So far, good rhythm though by the Alexandria offense. I'm sorry, and had some good rhythm. And we'll just see if this penalty caused them too much of a hiccup or not. 2-by-2 coming out here, Jay, on this particular formation. Hoskins in the slot.
1st and 15. Steffensmeyer looking for a little screen out to Height. And he is popped out of bounds at the 40. Actually did stay in bounds as the clock continues to wind. And Height has been banged up, and he is definitely slow to get up. You see he's wearing a brace on that left leg.
Yeah, nice job, but screen game's always a little bit tough. But this time of year, they've had some time to practice it, and got a nice job on the. Just picked up a couple yards though on that screen.
Yeah, got about 7 though. So after that penalty, they're looking at 2nd and 8. Back at the 40 of Cooper. Steffensmeyer looking to the bench here. Height is now out, and Walker Hennon in the backfield. Steffensmeyer stepping up, and he'll take off. Good pursuit, though, and down he goes. Tony Colley closing quick and makes the stop after only about a 1-yard gain. For a time there, it looked like Steffensmeyer was going to have some room, but he just couldn't outrun Colley.
No, he couldn't. And we kind of saw that speed in that earlier run by Steffensmeyer, but this time on the edge, Cooper's speed just took care of him on the edge there, Jay.
So looking at 3rd down and 7 here for Alex. Their opening drive of the game. Cooper won the toss but deferred.
Bunch formation by Alexandria to the top.
Steffensmeyer rolling to his left, looking deep downfield. Now he'll come back right with it and has a man wide open as he finds Peffer. And he'll be down to the 25, and that'll be good for a 1st down. Again, good patience by Steffensmeyer. Looking, that was definitely not his first read there by any means.
No, not at all. And he comes back. You can see just the maturity of the young man, and Peffer, a nice receiver and good return guy, and almost in a way like Cooper forgot about him out there, but Steffensmeyer did not.
Yeah, and the longer a play goes like that, you'll see that happen. The defense kind of drifts away, and he's kind of out there on an island. So from the 25, they'll fire it out in the flat. Here's Peffer. Oh, he almost got away. It looked like he had broken Andre Reese's tackle there, but then slipped at the 20. So he'll pick up about 5 on this play, but it looked like it might go for more than that as he made a good spin move.
Sure did, yeah. Steffensmeyer getting the ball quick, and, mark of a good quarterback, get it out of your hands, get it in your playmaker's hands. Did a nice little twist there, but as you said, just got tackled.
Height is back in the backfield. Steffensmeyer, a little hitch, now throws. It's complete over the middle and down to about the 10-yard line as he hooks up there with Zach Gunberg.
Yep. Again, they're finding holes in that Cooper zone at this point. Steffensmeyer again, showing his skills as a quarterback and going through his reads and kind of spreading the ball around, Jay.
Going to be 1st and 10. It's not 1st and goal. It's a little bit outside the 10. But a good first march here for Alex.
Looks like Height's back in the game.
Yeah, he was in that last play as well, as I said. And he's going to get the handoff running right. A little bit of a hole initially. Then he stood up and dragged down. He'll pick up a couple, it looks like.
Yeah, it's kind of big on big blocking, trying to get a push against that Cooper defense. And Height is he's kind of a gasher, slasher type runner, keeps his legs moving.
There's Willie Howard, the Hawks head coach, and they've been waiting a long time. They've been very close in many recent years to getting into the state tournament, and now this year able to break through. 2nd down and 8 now for Alex. Steffensmeyer throwing toward the corner for Hoskins. He's got it. Touchdown, Cardinals. As they're able to finish their first drive. Nice route to the outside, and Hoskins, good throw too, as he gave him enough room that it wasn't going to be questionable whether he had room to haul that one in. Steffensmeyer 6 for 6 on the drive.
Right, and at first, Jay, I'm watching the trajectory of the ball. I think he was, a lot of times down here you go for the back shoulder, and then Hoskins makes that adjustment, and a little pitch and catch, and obviously they've done this before.
Miles Sandstead on to attempt the extra point here for Alexandria. So the penalty in the middle of that drive didn't seem to slow him down at all, and Sandstead boots it through with 6:53 to go here in the first quarter. It is Alexandria 7 and Cooper nothing. Another look at this nicely thrown ball, and David Connors got turned around a little bit, just couldn't quite get there.
Right. Yeah, 2 really good players going head-to-head here, and on this particular play, Hoskins gets the better of it. Nice ball by Steffensmeyer, and really, really good rhythm on that drive. As you said, the one penalty, but didn't seem to bother Alexandria at all. They just kind of ground right through it and got the first score.
So Hoskins showing up early there with the touchdown. He had a couple of catches. They worked the ball around nicely, though, too, as you got Gunberg involved. You got Pfeffer a couple of catches, and Height caught one and ran a couple. And
right, showed a little. They showed their jet game. They showed a little screen game, and so be interesting to see next series. If Cooper makes any adjustments on the defensive side.
Daniel Jackson will kick off, a talented freshman kicker. Keith Piero back deep along with David Connors. And it's a low knuckler. Takes a high hop. Piero fielding it on the 15. He's looking to come to the left side here. Makes a nice move there. Oh, there's a flag down though. And this one's going to come back. Interesting. I don't know. I'll maybe reserve judgment to see it again, but I didn't know that really looked like a penalty. I'm afraid the official may have kind of gotten faked out by this. They might pick it up.
Yeah, we'll see what the white.
No, they're going to give it a hold.
Yeah. 35 Hummelvig kind of had his hands up in the air as if he was the one that was getting held, and
it comes out right at the edge, I think, where there's kind of one-on-one blocking right about. Couldn't have been. I hope it wasn't that one.
Yeah.
No, I think it was a different little spot different there.
Yeah, there wasn't much there on that first one, but usually on that one, a lot of times it's that ever-present block in the back, right? And this time it's a defensive hold.
There's the Cooper starters on the right offensively, and Alexandria on the left their defense. So Cooper will move back to the 21 on that penalty call on the kick return.
Cooper coming out in the 2-by-2 situation here, Jay. Of course, they're a really good quarterback at the controls.
And it's Joe Russell keeping it himself. He is tripped up as he crossed the 25, and he'll pick up about 6 or so. As again, Camden Royal not in there. Denari Connors is the starter at running back. He carried most of the load last week. We're going to see a variety of guys, though, it sounds like. We'll see Terrence Matthews some, and also Tony Colley. As you can look at what Joe Russell's done, he's had a fantastic career. Congrats, too. He got picked for the All-Star game, although not as a quarterback, apparently. You're going to be playing some defense there at the All-Star game, but Camden Royal also selected for that for Cooper. Here's Denari Connors, and there's a flag down. He kind of was stumbling right from the get-go there.
Flag.
And, yeah, we'll see what this penalty is all about.
Flag came out early, Jay. The other thing I was thinking about in preparation for this game, are they going to run maybe Joe Russell a little bit more today? We talked a little bit about that against Armstrong, and I'm kind of thinking maybe Russell's going to run the ball. He's very good out on the edge and very tough to defend out there, and he's got good wheels.
So another holding penalty. They had one on the kickoff, and now we get one here on this. I think they saw the hand up in the chest plate, and then as the defender broke away, he kept the grip hard. So it'll be second down and about 15 here for Cooper.
Even front here by Alexandria.
Fakes the handoff. Now Russell, a little pump fake to get himself some time, throwing down the sideline and incomplete. Looking for Howard there.
Russell a little slow to get up over there, Jay. Did a nice fake to get the ball off, and
yeah, there was another defender coming after he got the first guy off his feet a little bit with his fake.
Right.
But then there's another guy, and he got popped pretty good there by
Birdsall. Yeah. I'm looking at the size of across the front here of Valley. They got good size across that D line, across their front there, Jay.
Yeah, Birdsall's 6 foot, about 245, and mentioned him as their best O-lineman, and obviously he can play a little on the defensive side too. So a 3rd and long, and Cooper's going to use a timeout as they have had a couple of penalties, one on the kickoff and then one offensively. They've set them back a little bit and not Not a dynamite start here, to be honest about it here. We're about halfway through the first quarter. Alexandria drove down the field, scored the first time they had it. Now Cooper facing a 3rd down and long.
Yeah, probably not a bad timeout by Tony Patterson and Willie Howard, just to kind of get things collected here a little bit, and get your troops settled down here a little bit, and start running your game.
Yeah, and you don't want to have a play in this kind of situation fail because somebody's not sure what they're supposed to be doing or exactly on the same page as far as formation and all that kind of thing. So.
Yeah, particularly down here when you're deep in your own territory. You're right, Jay. This is not the place to be having questions and scratching your head down here. Oh, we got Jackson Howard out in the slot over here, Jay. On 3rd and long. We'll see if they run him on that dig or drag route like they did against Armstrong.
Officials timeout here. I'm not entirely sure what we got going with the football or an equipment thing. And looks like we are ready to go here. So 3rd and 15 for the Hawks. Russell throwing deep over the middle for David Connors. Juggled and dropped. Couldn't quite bring it in. Peffer got him on the legs. Well thrown ball. Connors just about had it for a moment. I kind of feel like he would have brought this in if it wasn't for the defender tackling him, although I'm sure he would say he should have had it.
Right. I think so. He had it, didn't have it, then it was a couple of bobbles there, and Peffer stayed with it, as you said, and may have caused that incompletion.
Dante Williams, one of their talented receivers, also the punter for Cooper. Peffer waiting back deep right at midfield. Williams gets a low liner. Peffer's going to field it on a high hop at about the 41. Shakes the first tackle and gets up the sideline a little bit. Stayed on his feet. Wow. Yep, into Cooper territory at about the 43. So actually a very nice return, all things considered, of about 15 yards.
On the stat sheet that they gave us, Jay, Peffer had, he probably averaged about 15 or 16 yards on punt returns, which is really good. And, back to one of my favorite items to talk about, a punt returner that actually returns punts. How about that? And, did a nice job there. Yeah,
you have to be a little fearless at times on a ball like that. I mean, ball bouncing. There's a look at Mike Empting. His 14th season as head coach in Alex, and he's been there since '97, so good continuity in their program. And they were state champs twice. They've been in the state tournament 10 times prior to this year. They were champs in '74 in Class A and then '94 in AA when they were just that was the biggest class. Out to Hoskins. Oh, nice job defensively. Andre Reese getting there to wrap up Hoskins immediately, and it's going to be, if anything, a short loss of about a half yard on the play.
Boy, and that's what you got to do against a guy like Hoskins. Before he can get rolling there. Not a great job of stock blocking, although I don't really think it would have mattered on that. Cooper was closing really fast on that hot screen, Jay.
Yeah, Reese did a really good job of getting there before Gunberg could kind of square him up.
There's a bunch formation to the Cooper sideline here by Alexandria.
Steffensmeyer, deep drop, now rolling to his left, flips it out to Height. He's got it. Height wrapped up at about the 35-yard line there by Josh Conley. Height seems to be favoring that leg a little bit. He didn't look, I don't know what his normal stride looks like, but that didn't seem to be super smooth running there.
Right.
And there's no doubt he's not 100%.
This pass sometimes to people might look like an easy one, but that's not the easiest pass sometimes. Nice touch by Steffensmeyer, I thought, to Height.
So 3rd and 3 coming up for Alexandria. Their second possession of the game. They lead it 7-0. Then they were able to force Cooper into a punt and got it in Cooper territory here and trying to capitalize on that.
Cooper going man here, Jay. Nobody really in the secondary.
Going to throw it over the middle, and the rush got there. He tried to go to Hoskins, but the pressure got to him, and Steffensmeyer kind of threw off his back foot. That's actually his first miss of the day here, and that time pressure definitely paid off. Hoskins eventually looked like he was kind of running free, but it was too hard to get the ball there at that point.
Right. Best defense is a good D-line and a good rush, and it was evident there. He really couldn't get anything on the ball, because I'll tell you what, if he did, Hoskins was pretty much running free there, Jay.
So no tough decision to make here. 4th and 3 at the 35. They're going to go for it. Going to hand it off to Height. And he cuts and is stood up, and this is going to be close. They push the pile forward, and he might have it.
I think he does.
Yeah, looks like he's going to get it with that second effort of his own, but also his O-line kind of coming in to help smash things forward a little bit.
Yeah.
I was surprised that they ran that ball a little bit on 4th and 3 like that, but they get it.
Yeah, a little bit of an RPO there, but I think Height was going to take it no matter what. And you're seeing more and more of that, Jay, with the O-line getting a push like that, because at first I didn't think he had it, and then his O-line came in and with a good assist, and they pick up the first down.
Deshaun Ricks a little banged up as he headed to the sideline there for Cooper. So first down now at the 33 here for Alexandria as they convert on a 4th down. Handoff going up the middle to Height. And wrapped up, driven back after a gain of a couple there, as at the bottom of the pile was Gonley for Cooper.
Yeah, and so far I like the play calling by Alexandria. They seem to be doing what they want to do for the most part, and again spreading the ball around, getting the ball in, and as we talked with Coach Empting before, they're trying to be balanced, try to be 50-50 run pass.
Steffensmeyer looking to set up a little screen, flicks it out. Gunberg on the catch, and brought down after another pretty short gain there as Nehemiah Ponder on the stop.
So we got third and very makeable here. We'll see what the Alexandria OC comes up with here, Jay.
3rd and about 6 now from the Cooper 29, and again in 4-down territory for sure.
We got 3-by-1, and the one is Hoskins on the Alexandria sideline. Although they're probably just trying to move the chains on this, Jay. We'll see.
Going to look right with it. Ooh, and a hard hit in the middle of the back there on Gunberg. And it's going to be close, and it looks like it might be enough for a first down again, and it will be.
Good. Was that Reese that made the contact on that, Jay? I'm not sure. No. Dante Williams. We know about Dante Williams. He's a football player. Yeah, just want to move the chains here, and also actually the other thing, of course, is they're keeping Joe Russell off the field too, Jay.
First down from the 22 of the Hawks. Handoff to Height, makes a little cut, and then brought down there for Cooper by Zerbis.
Yeah, a little bit of a jump cut move there. It really wasn't much, and it makes two to 3 yards on that play by Height.
They'll call it 2nd and 8 at the 20 now. Under a minute 15 to go as the clock moves here in this first quarter. Alexandria has certainly had the time of possession heavily in their favor here. They drove down the field, scored, then forced a punt, and now another lengthy drive here. Here is Height, and Howard forces him back in. He doesn't get the stop, but he kind of helped really make that play. Colley and crew came in to clean it up.
Yeah, he sure did. He comes out here and sets the edge and pushes it right back into to all of his friends in blue jerseys here, and takes care of Height.
So a loss of about 3 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down and long here for Alex. 3rd and about 11. Probably one of the better defensive plays of the day for the Hawks so far here, and they're looking to back that up with more here as we go under a half minute to play in this first quarter. This could be the last play of the quarter if if a player's tackled in bounds.
They're coming back in that bunch formation again.
Steffensmeyer rolling left, getting a little bit of pressure now, looking downfield, and that one will be thrown out of bounds toward Hoskins, but he was just getting rid of that one at that point, I think. And it will be 4th down. This will be an interesting one here. I mean, they've got a good kicker, but at the same time, it's, you know, low 30s and a little windy. I don't think they're thinking field goal here.
No, maybe not. Sometimes on a day like this, it's like kicking a brick out there. And what would that be? It'd be about a 40-yarder. Yeah, and then they're showing no signs. So here they go.
4th and 11 here for Alexandria. 8 seconds left in the first. Cooper trying to come up with a key defensive stop here after they had to punt the ball and gave it to Alexandria inside Cooper territory. Steffensmeyer looking for Hoskins, and that one is incomplete. He fell down, but not. Oh, there is a penalty flag at the line of scrimmage. And this one, I think, is going to be against Alexandria, though. It is. It's a hold. That'll be declined, and Cooper will take over on downs.
Yeah, and we still have 3 ticks left here, huh, Jay?
Yeah, I was wrong. I said that one might be the last play, and we got 2 more in.
Yeah, with a couple incomplete passes. Yeah.
It looked like Steffensmeyer and Hoskins weren't quite on the same page on the route, or maybe the depth of that route, because it looked like he was breaking open, but the throw ended up really not too close to him.
No, not at all. And I wasn't sure if Hoskins was even looking for a flag himself downfield, Jay, on that one.
Yeah, but there's a little toss out in the flat. Dante Williams with the catch, and he'll be very close to the first down. I was going to say I'm kind of glad it wasn't called. The ball was already by, and he kind of tripped over the foot as he made a cut. I don't think it should have been a penalty. Not trying to sound too pro Cooper here, but
yeah, nice little hot screen to Dante Williams to close out the quarter by Cooper. A positive play, maybe their best positive play, their best play so far, Jay.
So the quarter ends. Alexandria leading at 7-0. Quarter 2 is up next here on CCX.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You'll also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV.
Welcome back. We begin quarter number 2. Cooper trailing at 7-0, but they've just gotten their first down as Joe Russell threw to Dante Williams for a pickup of 11 here. So they'll have it on the 32. Get the go-ahead to start play here in the second. Russell looking to throw again. Fires complete to Keith Perro. And he battles forward as Damian Ayala making the stop there for Alexandria, and he'll be, it looks like, about a yard short of the first down here, gain of 9.
Now it looks like maybe Cooper's strategy here, at least for a bit, is going to be the quick game, Jay. Get the ball out of Russell. And of course, he has, even with Royal out, they got plenty of weapons at Cooper.
Russell looking to throw again, deep down the sideline for Piero, and incomplete. Pretty well defended back there by Ayala.
Yeah, not a bad decision though. Stretch the defense, and obviously with Russell showing off his arm there, and not a bad call at all.
No, and I agree, a good no call there too defensively. They were hand fighting a little bit, but not enough to really alter the play or anything. So
that's right.
2nd down and 10 here for Cooper.
Well, we got Connor and Peffer at the bottom of our screen here, Jay, and we'll see what happens there.
A little option left, and it is Denari Connors, and he is stopped at the 50 there. And a nice gainer of about 7.
Yeah, a little option football. Cooper showing a little bit of everything here. Little hot screen, 9 route, now a little option football.
I think, to me, that's a good sign. Sometimes teams get so stuck in saying, we're going to do what we did to get here. I don't care what the defense is doing. But you got to react and adjust to how things are going on the other side of the ball, too. And the good teams can do that. And I think both these teams showing that early on here today.
Absolutely.
Going to go back to the ground, and Connors is stuffed. Nice job up front there by Hummelvig for Alexandria, and he'll stick him for a short loss.
Yeah, really not much of a chance there. The D-line for Alexandria, led by Hummelvig, got there in a hurry, Jay.
Yeah, Connors
a lot of penetration
met initially right away and tried to make a cut, but it was too late. So now 4th down and 3 at midfield here for Cooper, showing all signs of planning to go for it here, and I don't think much doubt that they would.
Right. And again, we got Connors one-on-one down here with Peffer. Peffer on an island down here.
And timeout's going to be used by Coach Patterson and the Hawks as they want to make sure that they're all set to go here for this crucial 4th down play here. We're early in the second quarter. Alexandria drove the ball down the field and scored the first time they had the football, and they lead at 7-0. Second possession here for Cooper, and they've gotten a little bit going here and trying to see if they can't keep possession and keep the chains moving here, but they're facing a key 4th down right at midfield. And again, we're at Osseo High School here, so not exactly equal trips. Alexandria, I suppose, roughly 2.5-hour drive. Cooper, 10 minutes or so. But
right. I'm wondering on this one, Jay, if maybe keep the ball in Russell's hands. We might see that little half roll, little rollout by Russell on this one, keeping his hands, and especially with Royal not being in the backfield. See if you can put him on the edge and really put pressure.
Fake the handoff. Russell throwing it for Connors, and he makes a nice adjustment and has the catch. Heffer didn't quite get his head turned around. Connors did, and it will be a pickup of 27 for the Hawks and a key 1st down. They trusted David Connors to go make a play, and he did.
They really did, and especially on 4th and short. That's why I said earlier, even though that was an incomplete pass earlier on the 9 route, they're coming back to it and really stretching that Alexandria defense, and trust is the right word.
Denari Connors taking the handoff here and forced out of bounds after a short pickup there, and looks like Russell is down.
Earlier in the game, Jay, he took that hit on the far sideline, and I'm wondering if there's a little residual there or whatever. I really was kind of following Denari Connors on that, so I'm not sure what happened to Russell on that play. But
it didn't seem like the type of play where you would expect that the defense would hit it. Oh, I'm sorry, this is Dante Williams, not Russell. Yeah. I was going to say, it seemed like the quarterback wouldn't have been in harm's way there.
No, especially after a handoff like that. And they could ill afford to lose Dante Williams as well. He's a real complete football player. Very complete football
2nd and 9 now for Cooper as Williams makes his way to the sideline. Russell going to run option again. Oh, Matthews juggled it, and then he is cut down. Gavin Ashmore chopping his legs out. They were fortunate to keep that ball as Terrence Matthews, a little juggling act there with it.
Yeah, and Ashmore, I think they call him their quick linebacker. I think Coach Empting talked about that. They put a Q on him on the defensive board, and definitely showed his quickness there and made a great tackle. Otherwise, there was some green ahead for Cooper.
3rd down and 10 now for the Hawks. Russell, play action, rolling to his right. Rush is coming. They get a hold of him, And he'll end up throwing it away. Let's see, this is going to be just an incomplete. I don't think there's going to be a flag for grounding because he did have a receiver over there. And the fact that he was being dragged down, I think, made that pass hit the turf. So it's going to be 4th and long now for Cooper, as a pretty good speed on the edge by Alex to keep Russell contained.
Yeah, because like we've talked about many times, I mean, he can put a lot of pressure on you out there. And Alexandria did a nice job of containing him. Almost got the sack. Very heady, though. Keeps his eyes downfield and knows where everybody is at all times.
So another 4th down play. This one longer, 4th and 10. Russell looking over the middle, and it's complete to Matthews. Touchdown, Cooper.
Yeah, beautiful ball right up the seam. We'll maybe see it on replay, but I think Matthews goes right up the seam on that. And I think Russell might have been looking at him all the way. I was watching Connors. He just did a little hitch route, but I think he was looking at Matthews all the way and just took it right up the seam, Jay.
So Cooper converting on a couple of 4th downs. At midfield, the long strike to David Connors, and now they go to Matthews, utilizing their backs out of the backfield, and there is Garcia's extra point attempt. It didn't get all of that one, but it works its way through, and now the Hawks tie things up. 8:59 to go in the second, and we are evened up at 7-7.
Here we go. Yeah, he's looking at him. He's looking at him all the way. Matthews, nice grab, and 6 points. And again, Cooper getting some momentum, like we said, and nice drive on that particular drive, and again spreading the ball around a little bit. Key 4th and 3 to Connors, where they go downtown, and then Matthews for the score.
Again, sometimes you have to use a few different weapons and in different places. And obviously Matthews isn't the guy that they would normally be, first up, and also had a little bit of injuries there too. Matthews coming in had 1 catch all year.
How about that?
And now he's got the touchdown grab here to even things up at 7-7. And this one squirts away. Hoskins tracks it down at the 11, bumps off his own teammate. Now Hoskins, getting a little room, breaks a tackle, look out. Hoskins down the sideline, and he is going to go.
And I don't see any flags. UJ,
I was taking a look back. There was a shoe that fell off that briefly made me think might have been a flag, but instead it is a touchdown return. And I was just thinking, when he had to fumble for that ball, sometimes those can be bad because you overrun things. Everybody gets downfield, and then if he breaks contain there, he's going to be gone. And that's exactly what happened, as Hoskins got some blocks, and then when he got to about the 50, you knew there was no way they were catching him.
And Cooper trying their best, of course, to kick away from Hoskins, as everybody I'm sure did all season. And you're right, it kind of gets people out of their lanes and really upsets the rhythm, Jay, is what it does. And Hoskins takes advantage of it. What a playmaker.
Sandstead on to attempt the extra point here for the Cardinals. And he boots it up and through. And so with 8:40 to go now in the second, Alexandria back in front 14-7. So the celebration short-lived for Cooper, as he'll pick it up and go, we'll call it 88 yards on that kickoff return.
And of course he didn't do it all by himself either. I mean, he had some, it almost looks like they had kind of a right return called anyway, and got some nice blocking out there.
You don't play that many guys with that kind of speed too. There was a couple of angles that weren't the greatest taken there for Cooper. I mean, it's hard to say for sure if they've been able to make a tackle, but at least have maybe made him make a cut.
And he just outruns the angle. You're right, he just outruns the angle. One key block on that was by number 9, Wyatt Odland. I wanted to give him a mention on that. And but again, like we talked about in the pregame, Hoskins just he's a bad man.
No doubt.
Now, I would suspect with Alexandria, you wouldn't want to kick it. It's like Cooper doesn't want to kick it to 13. You wouldn't want to kick it to 4.
Jackson's boot is going to be a couple yards into the end zone. So touchback here, and Cooper will get it back after a nice drive that put them on the board and briefly tied the game. When I say briefly, I mean briefly. That was 19 seconds later that Hoskins goes into the end zone for the Cardinals for the second time on the kickoff return. So you see Dante Williams is back in for Cooper, which is a good sign.
Yeah, definitely a quick answer by Alexandria, wasn't it? Quick answer, fast. We got a little bit of a stack by the Cooper receivers on this one, Jay.
And off to Denari Connors, hemmed in there. And Odland able to wrap him up, and that'll be basically no gain, it looks like, on the play.
Yeah, that play hasn't done too well for Cooper, but you still, you have to show run. You can't just come out and sling the ball all over the lot all the time. And they've shown the option play with Connors as well. So you got to keep the defense honest with some runs periodically. We got 3-by-1 at the top of the screen there, Jay.
Russell looking that way first, now steps up. Russell going to keep it here and breaks a tackle, and Russell has some blockers out front as well. Joe Russell near midfield as he's brought down at the 49. A 29-yard pickup on a scramble there for the Hawks quarterback. And you said it, he might have to run a little more today than what they've normally been doing.
I think so, Jay. I think so. And he, he is he's that weapon that and if you watch their film, at least the games we've done, they haven't always ran him that much. But I think today you got to turn him loose.
Good protection for Russell, throwing it up for Connors, and incomplete as he and Peffer battling for it. It wasn't all that different from the earlier one, except Peffer, I think, defended this one just a little bit better.
He did. He had inside position on that, Jay, and Peffer's in that unenviable position of having to call or having to guard Connors, but he was in good shape there.
You get the feeling both of those guys kind of like that challenge, though. When they're on defense, they're okay with that.
Absolutely, absolutely.
2nd down and 10 now for Cooper. Denari Connors, and that one will be a very minimal pickup. About a half yard. They're saying ball is down. Alexandria wound up with it, but he was already knee had hit the ground, so no gain on the play.
Right. Again, running right into the heart of that really, I think, excellent D-line for Alexandria.
Yeah, you see the knee was definitely down before the ball came out. Yeah, Hawks have not been able to open much for holes up the middle so far, for sure.
Let's see what we can. And there goes Connor to the top, and there goes Peffer. Yeah, again, one-on-one out there to the top of the screen.
Here's the 3rd and 10. Russell pulls it down now, looking to make a move, and Russell keeps on going. He is close to the sticks close. There. Looks like he's going to be just short, but nice run up about 9 there. And
yeah.
Kept his eyes downfield, but couldn't find anything he liked, and then just kind of kept the ball moving.
Yeah, did keep his eyes downfield and very elusive. And the one thing I was impressed, though, on the Alexandria side was the big man Rumor stayed with it, Jay, and made the tackle just short of the first down.
4th down and a yard now for Cooper. They've converted on a couple of 4th downs already on their touchdown drive. Handoff here, Andre Reese running the football, and he'll pick it up. Nice job on the left side of that O-line, as they'll get about 3 on this gainer.
Yeah, just Reese just kind of ramming it through there on that real hard run, puts his helmet and his pads down, goes downhill and picks up that first down, Jay.
So football at the 39 of the Cardinals here. 5.5 to go in the second quarter. 14-7 Alexandria our score. Cooper, though, marching, trying to tie it up again.
Got Jackson Howard out here in the slot, Jay.
Russell hit as he throws, and it'll wind up short. Boy, the rush got there. They collapsed the pocket, and that left that one. They were just happy that one wasn't picked off because it ended up obviously way short of where Joe was aiming.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see if was it Hummel. Yeah, hard to see there. Who really got the paw on it, Jay?
That kind of pressure sometimes almost better than just a guy breaking through. When you can collapse even his blockers back into him, that makes it a tough ball to get out of there.
Particularly with an elusive runner like Russell.
Here's Reese again, right up the middle. Reese, a nice run before he's brought down by Grady Anderson. And the Hawks opening up the ground game a little bit. That's a pickup of 17 for Reese, and kind of get the feeling he might be seeing the ball a little bit more. It's gone a little bit better when he's been back there.
Yeah, that's for sure. They are opening up it, and because these have been probably with Reese's 2 runs here, the best runs of the game so far. I think a little trap play, didn't get a real good look at it, Jay, but I think a little trap play inside for the Hawks on that one.
At the 22 now, Russell throwing for Pirro, and incomplete as ball behind him there. I think Russell expected him to stop up a little bit. And sometimes you kind of are counting on each other to read where the defenders are a little bit there. I think he thought that Keith maybe was, I don't know. It might have been just a missed throw, but I thought at first that he was thinking because of where the defender was that he would pull that up a little bit. But
yeah, it looked like Russell right after the throw, I think maybe obviously a slant, but maybe the angle of the slant gave Russell some trouble.
Hand off to Reese. And Medin brought down there by Rear Hummelvig.
A little bit of indecision on that one on a run pass option by Russell, and it kind of held the ball a little bit too long, and that allowed Alexandria to catch up to Reese on that one.
Get about a yard out of it, so 3rd down and 9 coming up here for the Hawks. Again, obviously well into 4-down territory here just outside the 20.
Yeah, they got 2-by-2 with Connors at the bottom of the screen here.
And we're going to have a flag fly in here. Delay a game, it must be? Or was it maybe a substitution infraction here?
Yeah, possibly, huh? Procedural. Oh, against the Hawks.
3rd penalty against Cooper here. See it. Okay, we're right on the line there. Yep, left guard.
The center kind of nudged first, then the left guard, I think, Jay.
So 3rd and 14 now for Cooper. Russell throwing, complete to David Connors, trying to fight through a tackle. He keeps moving at about the 10, and now they'll blow it dead, and it will be enough for a 1st down here, as they needed 14 and got about 17 on the play. Connors did not want to go down.
No, he sure didn't. Yeah, just your basic garden variety slant, but you got Russell and David Connors playing pitch and catch. Pretty tough duo to cover, Jay.
1st down, goal to go now for Cooper. Football right at the 10.
Wouldn't be surprised maybe to see a fade ball in the left corner, Jay.
Fakes the handoff. Now looking for Howard, dragging across, and it looks like it's going to be picked off. Nice job by Grady Anderson, as the ball was a little bit underthrown, it looked like, and it's intercepted by Anderson in the end zone. A big play there. It was kind of just a jump ball, but it was slightly underthrown. And
yeah, I think they're trying to slip Jackson Howard all the way across the field, and Grady gets inside position there and pulls it down.
Yeah, that ball needed to be out front of him more to keep him running, because he was in decent position there, but then the throw was just a little short of where it needed to be. So Alex will get it at the 20. A key defensive play for Grady Anderson there, safety.
Yeah, to be able to to be able to turn Cooper away right at the doorstep there. And we'll see if Alexandria obviously has plenty of time here, Jay. They got all 3 of their timeouts.
Well, now they have 2. They didn't like what they had coming up to the line there, and we'll have to burn a timeout before this drive even gets started. And keep in mind, of course, you got a fair amount of players playing both ways for both teams, really. So sometimes that transition going from D to O doesn't happen as instantly as you'd like. If somebody's not entirely sure they're supposed to be out there or whatever, it doesn't. I think that definitely can make a difference.
Yep.
I like the play call actually there. The execution didn't quite happen.
Right, exactly. And I think you're right. I think because if it's a jump ball with Jackson Howard, I like Jackson Howard's chances, right, against a corner or free safety.
But that time Grady Anderson got the best of it, a 6-footer, giving up about 4 or 5 inches to Howard there, but able to come up with that football. So Alexandria with it at their 20. Steffensmeyer and crew leading at 14-7. Looking to throw it here, and he's got the completion. That'll be out of about the 33-yard line to Hoskins, and he looks a little slow to get up.
Yeah. Again, kind of like in their first series, finding the holes in that zone, Jay. And Hoskins is a master at that. Steffensmeyer getting him the ball. The other thing so far I like about Steffensmeyer, Jay, is his footwork. Does a nice job in the half roll. Or
Height will take the handoff here, and he is brought down at about the 36, so give him 3 or so. I was going to say that first play kind of gave you an indication of if they were satisfied with being up 14-7 or whether they're going to go for it.
Right. And again, now with 2 timeouts and so forth, and with their offense and with Hoskins and a couple other good receivers and even Height out of the backfield.
And now Cooper is going to use a timeout here. Defensively, as they were trying to get all lined up, so we'll have a little brief respite here, and then it'll be a 2nd down and 7 coming up here for Alexandria. This is the State Class 5A quarterfinals, the 2nd largest class in Minnesota football, and we said state tournament appearance number 11 for Alex, number 2 for Cooper. And I remember back in '96, they drew Eden Prairie in the first round, which didn't go so well for Cooper. So this one certainly a game that they come into feeling they probably have a little better chance than that one back in the day. But
yeah, EP has derailed a lot of playoff hopes, Jay, over the years. That's for sure. I've experienced a couple of those myself.
Got Hoskins as the back in behind Steffensmeyer here. They're going to go with a little toss to him. Well defended, though. Tony Colley got up there to force, and didn't really no room to get anything done on that one.
No, they really changing it up a little bit. Give Hoskins the ball out of the backfield, kind of on a little student body right there. But Cooper just had him outnumbered there.
Be 3rd down and 8. Steffensmeyer close enough to the bench to be able to go and get a quick word with his coaches here. And obviously, your thinking changes back and forth from play to play a little bit, because now you have to be thinking we don't want to give Cooper the ball in great field position here if we don't get it.
Right.
Hoskins came in motion. Now Steffensmeyer going to throw it back the other way. Ooh, and a quick close there by Chris Blabo as he's able to make the stop there on Gunberg. And now we got an injured player, Gunberg, on that one. Basically no gain, and Gunberg seems to be hurting.
Yeah, he does. And that was Blabo over there, Jay?
Yep.
Yeah.
Coming up with the stick.
Nice job of staying home by him, because they were trying a little throwback. They tried that, I think they had some success with that earlier in the game with Peffer, actually. And so nice job by Blabu on that to stay home.
Gunberg getting up here, and I think he's going to have to come out. Hard to tell if it was, you know, shaken up with like head or up or just around the legs.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
The tackle was low, but he might have hit his head on the ground.
Yeah, exactly. Looks like maybe our first punt of the game, huh, Jay? Oh, and we got Connors.
Jackson on to punt. David Connors, the single safety back deep. They don't have timeouts, but there is still a little over 2 minutes to go here. So depending on field position, Cooper could still be in a position to threaten here. Connor is going to watch this one. Oh, and then he dribbles it back around the 20. Now trying to do what Hoskins did on that kick return and get way out to the edge. But pretty well pursued, and he'll be brought down on about the 24. And so Cooper will have quite a long field to go, 1:52 to go. And those are tough. I mean, especially when you got the wind like this, judging the depth. Obviously, in hindsight, Connors probably should have caught that ball on the fly if he could have, but it didn't work out that way. So had to make do with it as best he could.
No, and at first I actually thought he might get kind of a nice little Sunday hop there, Jay, but then it got away from him. And Logan Begar, I'm not sure, bigger, did a nice job of stringing Connors out, which is not easy.
So 75 yards away from the end zone here. Cooper, 1:52, no timeouts to go. Russell gonna flare it out to Reese. And Reese will be shoved out of bounds after a pickup of 5 or so. Not a bad first play for a drive here.
No, not at all. Not at all. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, right? Reese has done a real nice job of coming in and injecting a little bit of life, and that in some ways is kind of a long handoff there, Jay. And Reese has done a good job of running inside on a couple previous plays.
Second and 5 now for Cooper. Russell rolling to his right. Now runs out of time to do anything with it, and he'll be brought down.
Not sure if he got out of bounds or not, Jay. Haven't seen a real signal yet over there.
And the clock's still running, so nope, he did not.
Yeah.
He got about back to the line of scrimmage, and that's going to be it. He might have been better off throwing that one away in terms of time, but you're trying to make a play.
Right, that's right. And extending it out, sprint out game by Cooper on that. And sometimes, you know what, throwing it away or in this case being tackled, that's an okay play by the quarterback rather than put it up.
Russell throwing complete to Dante Williams, and that'll be good for the first down. About the 38. They'll stop the clock to move the chains.
I think in some ways probably Alexander's fine with giving him that, Jay, especially with no timeouts. I can't believe we're not going to see some type of home run ball here to Connors, though, or maybe quick slant.
Russell steps up around the rush. Still looking downfield, throws, ooh, and it's incomplete into a big crowd there. Cager reaching back, trying to haul that one in. I thought for a moment that D-back undercutting it might get to that ball.
Yeah, same here with the linebacker Dayton Downing. Number 4 was right there too. And at first it looked like it could possibly be a pick for Alexandria on that one.
33 seconds to go here for the Hawks. Second down and 10. They're at their own 38, so obviously they're going to need, they're not going to have time to drive the ball really here. They're going to need a big play to get things going if they're going to have a chance to score here. Oops.
Oh.
Got an early start out here. The receiver on our near
Cager,
side.
I think. Yeah, Cager left a little bit early. I was watching Connors at the top of the screen on that one.
safety in the slot there.
Well, at least 3 of the receivers there, Jay, looked like they were on go routes to me, unless they were on go routes and then maybe stop at 12 to 14 yards. But Hoskins enjoying the music out there.
Like they had mismarked the penalty yardage there, so Cooper got their attention and said, hey, that's only a 5-yard penalty, not 8 or whatever there. So Russell in trouble, and down he goes as Rumor gets to him. He was not rumored to be nothing there. He able to get the sack. And Alexandria will call a timeout with only 22 seconds to go.
Okay, yeah. Rumor's similar to Jackson Howard on the other side. Rumor is one big man over there at DN for Alexandria, and a real factor.
Yeah, he's 6'3", 222, and a sophomore.
Just a growing young fella.
It'll be 3rd and long. Interesting timeout a little bit for Alexandria. You understand that they want the ball back. However, it's minimal time remaining, 26 seconds.
Yeah, and with Connors, on the other side. Well, we'll just have to see kind of how it plays out. Well, they're going empty again. Last time they went empty, I think they hit Matthews up the seam.
Russell stepping up. Now he throws it deep downfield for Connors. And did he come down with this one? No. Incomplete. Peffer and Connors fighting for it. And it will be a long incompletion again. And especially in that spot, not a bad play to try and not a bad gamble to take. They would have had a first down here. And
yeah, not at all. And going to the right guy, of course. And Connors usually will come down with these, right, Jay? We've seen him come down with those quite a bit.
Smart play by Peffer, though, to realize that he was not going to have a play on the ball initially, so he went for the strip, the chop it out of Connor's hands, and he got enough of it to do that.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of raked it out of there. Now Cooper has to punt.
Dante Williams, the punter. Oh, and it's blocked. And the Cardinals will get it at about the 10-yard line. Now, granted, they only have 11 seconds left, but that could still turn into a big play.
Really, yeah. And
whoa.
I was actually just thinking, too, with my comment about Cooper has to punt, I'm thinking, the kicking game, the elements, and, and here comes Alexandria and just smothered it.
Downing got there. And so they'll have one, maybe 2 chances from the 10.
And a timeout,
They do have one timeout, yes.
Yeah, so they actually, they with one timeout, they could hand the ball off to Height one time, if they so desired. We'll see. One-on-one with Hoskins at the top.
Wouldn't be a shock for them to look that way, I would say.
No, wouldn't at all.
Steffensmeyer looking toward him. Oh, and just missed him. A little double move, and he left Connors behind, but they don't quite connect.
Well, he sure had him too, didn't? I mean, he just had him, Jay. And but again, on a day like this, hands get a little chilly out there, a little brittle, whatever. I'm sure this is a play they've ran before with some success.
And the rush was coming too. And here's a little bit of an interesting thing here. You may or may not have time for another play if you want to kick a field goal here. But they're going to not be thinking in that way now. They want to be aggressive and go for touchdown instead.
Unless he gets it out of his hands really, really quick on this.
Steffensmeyer going to throw for Hoskins again, and that one will be incomplete. That time Blabo was up on him, and then Connors coming in as a second defender. But they did get it done in enough time that they still will have a chance for the field goal here with 2 seconds remaining. So not a bad idea there by Alex. Obviously, it doesn't always work out exactly how you want it to in that spot. It's going to be Sandstead coming on to try a field goal.
Well, and we'll see if Cooper can kind of dodge a bullet here and deny Alexandria from getting any points at all on that sudden turnover, Jay.
Be a 27-yard attempt here for Sandstead. And his kick is up, and it looks good. It is. So Alexandria scoring on the final play of the second quarter as Sandstead bangs through the field goal. They take advantage of the blocked punt right at the end of the quarter. And although they don't get the touchdown that they had a near miss on, they do get a field goal out of it. So our halftime score here at Osseo, Alexandria 17 and Cooper 7. We'll have more football for you here in just a moment. The State 5A tournament here on CCX.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand, trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
Where's your emergency?
Everyone's on their way. What happened? Your friend's not breathing. She's dead? Yes, please get my mom and dad. Oh my God!
When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover their unique mix of all kinds of traits.
Where'd Wiley go? Where's Wiley? Ah, there she is. Paw?
Do you remember being an ancient wolf? Do you ever feel the call of the wild?
You're a renegade cop, and I'm a con woman with nothing to prove. But together, we could really solve this murder.
They're a little bit of a lot of things, but all of them are pure love.
There's so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
You know, it took 20 years and I got my third child who was 17 at the time.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars. Really tall. I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Let's go. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands? Yes. You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
All right, I'm in the house.
Okay, what do you see?
Nothing yet. Hold on. I think I just heard something. I'm heading upstairs.
Okay, I am almost there.
I'm in the bedroom.
Okay.
Oh, shit. It's not here.
What?
The gun's not here.
What do you mean? Where is it?
Cameron, are you in there? Open the door. Cam! Come on, Cameron.
Welcome back here to Osseo High School. A chilly but so far pretty dry afternoon. I think 17-7 Alexandria leading Cooper here in the state class 5A quarterfinals on CCX Sports. As you see, the first playoff appearance for Cooper since 1996, so 25 years. A little quick and easy math tells you that's way before any of the current guys were born, so something that they've been shooting for a long time. Here's a look at our highlights from the first half, and Alexandria started the game very well. It was on their first drive. They go to Hoskins here, and he's able to beat David Connors for the touchdown. Russell going up top here, and Connors this time winning the battle with Pepper. That's been an interesting one all game long. And then throwing over the middle to Terrence Matthews, only his second catch of the year. He's a backup running back, a big play. But then there's this. Hoskins picks up a kickoff on the ground and ends up bringing it back 88 yards for a touchdown. That was right after Cooper's touchdown that we just saw. So kind of a deflating one there to give that up right at the ensuing kickoff. And then Cooper coming back, throwing into the end zone for Jackson Howard, and a nice defensive play. Grady Anderson coming up with the pick in the end zone. And then very late in the half, Downing getting through to block the punt, and then they threw a couple passes that didn't get completed, but then the field goal knocked through by Miles Sandstead to give Alexandria the 17-7 lead. And sort of misleading a little bit that Cooper actually has the edge in total yard. You remember that kickoff return doesn't count in the offensive yards for Alexandria, so that wasn't a long drive for them. And penalties have definitely been a little bit of an issue here for Cooper, as they were in that section final as well. Well, we got all the games in 5A going on today. And you see some of the other scores. The winner of this one will move into the semis to take on Matamidi or Rochester Mayo. And it looks like so far the Zephyrs from Matamidi have the lead. And then tonight at this field here at Osseo, Andover versus Rogers. We'll be playing in also St. Thomas Academy, Mankato West, which some people think is kind of a championship level matchup happening in the quarterfinals. And that one is at Prior Lake. So some good teams, and we're seeing a couple of them here in this game, as Alexandria holding a 10-point lead over Cooper at 17-7. We'll be back with more football here, our last outdoor game of the season on CCX.
Worried about your friend but don't know how to reach out?
You could say, how are you, or get a fake tattoo. You could ask with an app if it works for you. You could chat with them in VR, it's all good. If you think you should check in, yeah, you should. Whatever gets you talking.
Reach out to a friend about their mental health.
Whatever gets you talking.
Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Welcome back. There in the middle, just with the stocking cap off, is one of the Cooper kicking greats of all time. He played football for Cooper and then for the Gophers, Joel Monroe, and now an assistant at Alexandria. His wife's from Alexandria, so they've settled up in that area here. And moved back to Minnesota, he said, in 2018, and working with the kicking specialists for Alexandria. And I asked him if he was going to have any Cooper garb on underneath his Alexandria stuff today, and kind of chuckled and said it'll be good to see them again. And obviously was a big part of their program and went on to kick. And it was an interesting time because he followed Dan Nystrom, who was a Cooper kicker, as the Gophers kicker as well. And then there was Eric Ellisted from Armstrong, was the Gophers kicker for a bit too. So he had from the Robbinsdale School District kind of 3 in a row that were Gophers kickers. So that was kind of an interesting thing. And best of luck to Joel in his future. But his old team hoping that they get a little bit of a comeback going here in the second half. I think Cooper had their eyes opened a little bit maybe in that first half, Joe, as Alexandria, a good football team, and not saying they didn't expect that, but some things that normally work maybe haven't worked quite as well as they would have hoped in that first half.
Yeah, and I think right away, with Alexandria's first drive, Jay, a little bit, they came out and just kind of whacked them early there, and I agree with you. I think maybe I don't know if Cooper got surprised by that, but went down the field, with a lot of rhythm and got 7. And the other thing I was thinking about too, Jay, is in terms of points, the kicking game for Alexandria has supplied 10 points. Otherwise, we'd have a tie game. We got a kickoff return, and then a blocked punt for 3 points, and but they all count. And we talked a little bit about the kicking game, particularly when you're outside and the elements are involved. Kicking game can have something to say about the outcome of this game.
And the wind, I think, is picked up again. We were talking about it at halftime. Alexandria's kickers, with the wind at their back when they were warming up, they were knocking him through from 40 plus. And that includes this talented freshman Jackson, who has not been the place kicker on extra points and field goals. That's handled by Miles Sandstead, and then Jackson, the punter and kickoff. Here's Jackson's kick, taken on a bounce by Piero at about the 10. Get to the edge, and then he hops out of bounds up to 28 or so. So Cooper will get the football. And yeah, just a couple of plays that didn't go. The interception in the end zone was a huge play for Alexandria, stopping Cooper's drive. Otherwise, we might have been tied up there. And then obviously the kick return and the punt block were big swing plays for the Cardinals. So Cooper, I think, still feeling very much in this game, but they've got to make some things happen here as they get the football first to begin this third quarter. Russell's going to throw, complete to Williams. And, the ball came out.
It looks like they're trying to strip it there. Not sure what's going to be involved here. Well,
and I think that was I believe that was a lineman who ended up with it for the Hawks. It never hit the ground, but it definitely came out. And I don't believe the whistle. It popped over. There's some good hands for Elijah Enna, the center. Here is a handoff. Reese will be stopped after a short gain there.
Yeah, going back to Reese. And on that slant, Cooper has had quite a bit of success with slant patterns in the game so far, Jay. So we'll see if they kind of stay with it. Alexandria playing off a little bit. Slant's not the easiest pass to complete, but with Russell back there, I wouldn't be afraid to keep throwing slants until they come up and defend it.
2nd and 8 here from the 41. Russell throwing again. Piero will have it. He's thrown down by Hoskins, but he's into Alexandria territory at about the 49.
Yep. Again, a slant, just a little bit of a deeper slant that time, by Piero. And Russell right on the money. I know it's early in the second half. There's a real important drive here, though, Jay, for Cooper. Very, very important that they get some first downs and obviously get some points.
And Reese is trapped in the backfield. This win in the one-on-one battle up front was Rumer, who was slow to get up, but he came in and made that play for the Cardinals.
And Rumer's starting to kind of make his presence felt a little bit, isn't he, Jay? I mean, they're starting to call his name and number a little bit more. He's a factor out there at that right defensive end spot.
Loss of 4 on that play, so 2nd down, 14 now for Russell and company. Russell throwing for Connors. It's complete. Peffer, let's see, they're going to rule this incomplete. As the ball came out, it was hard to tell exactly when it came out. It was definitely on the ground late, but as Peffer closing on him here, let's see if close.
Yeah, that's kind of on the look like as they say, look like a football move there, but yeah, that's kind of on the line there a little bit.
So 3rd down and 14 now. Again, Peffer getting his hand in there. It's been a great matchup with Connors.
It really has.
Russell, pump fake, now wants to go deep to Connors. Connors will make the catch. Nice job adjusting to that ball as he threw kind of a back shoulder there down to the 29.
Little pump and go on that one, which allowed Connors to make, and we also can't say enough about the pass protection on that too, Jay, to give Russell the time to make that connection.
So Cooper in business here, trailing 17-7, but a nice drive going. Hand off to Matthews. And Matthews, decent gainer there. They had really had trouble running the ball earlier in the game, but as the second quarter went on, started to mix the run in much more effectively, I thought. A couple times Reese had nice runs, and Matthews with this one will pick up 5.
Sure, and they'll take 5 yards all day long. And I was watching the blocking on that, and basically it's just big on big blocking, just drive blocking really, Jay, on that play.
2nd and 5, they go option right. Matthews knocked down as he reaches the 20. Be short of the 1st down, but not a bad gainer there. Russell, I think, took a little bit of a shot as he got rid of that ball.
Okay.
So 3rd and about a yard now for the Hawks. They converted a couple of big 4th downs, including their touchdown earlier.
Yep. And remember, 4th and 3, they went to Connors, for a big play. They got Jackson Howard in the backfield here. Probably use him as a lead blocker to pick up and move the chains.
Here's Matthews, and he will have enough for the 1st down, it appears. Just inside the 19. So 1st down, Hawks.
The other thing I like about Russell is he's basically always on to the next play, Jay. Whether they lose 5, gain 5, 10, 15, whatever, he's all about the next play.
Reese takes a handoff, trying to bounce it to the outside, pursued there. And Hoskins and Ashmore able to run him down, and that one did not quite work out the way he was hoping.
Yeah, Alexandria has shown some pretty good speed on the defensive side on the edge, haven't they, Jay? I mean, they get to the ball. A lot of times, at least the 2 or 3 Cooper games that we've done, Cooper's had some success on running the edge.
Yeah, I always feel like the farther you get in the playoffs, the less that kind of thing will work for you, because you're getting against more athletic teams and that type of thing. Here's Russell rolling now, throwing for Williams. Incomplete, and no flag on the play, as it looked like contact came before that ball got there. Williams had to kind of stop and wait for it, and
sprint out.
Boy, this one could have been a PI, I thought.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't see it real well there, Downing.
No.
But I thought he definitely made contact with him early.
I watched Connors. He just kind of sat down in the zone. I'm thinking maybe that was a little bit of a wheel route by Dante Williams there, and Russell floated it out there nicely. Nice touch.
3rd and long here. Russell fakes the handoff. Now he's going to step up. Russell makes a nice cut. Russell getting a block, and he is close to the line here. Looks like he'll be stopped at about the 1 yard line here. A nice run for Russell and some downfield blocking as well.
Yeah, and that's what again, that's why he's so dangerous, and he's done this a couple times in the game, kind of that pump fake, and just picking his way through there, Jay. I got the feeling that if a couple more seconds, the push might have got him in the end zone there.
As it is, 1st and goal from the 1 here for Cooper.
You got Reese in the backfield with him.
Hand it off to Reese, and that one was broken up immediately, or broke down immediately, I should say, as they had a couple of guys getting there. Holmevig and also Jordan Nicholson.
A little bit surprised they maybe didn't pull Jackson Howard back in the backfield on that, Jay. And Jackson Howard's been such a great leading blocker in some of these, especially when they're in a high red zone like this, to kind of lead the way for Reese.
So they lose a yard there, 2nd down, goal to go. Yeah, I agree. I kind of thought we'd see them try to punch it in with their power formation.
Mm-hmm. This looks like it could be a possible slant.
Here's Russell, and he will walk in for the touchdown. As Russell gets to the edge with these, they're having to respect the run up the middle there. And Joe Russell will take it in from 2 yards out. So good start to the 3rd quarter here for Cooper. And they have an opportunity here to pull within 3.
Yeah, great drive by Cooper, and they sure needed it. And Russell on the boot, very tough to defend, of course. And don't even need much of a fake to Reese on that one, and Russell just basically walks in.
Garcia on to attempt the extra point. Russell is the holder. And Garcia will bang it through, and so with 6:21 to go in the 3rd, it is now Alexandria 17 and Cooper 14, as I think we're seeing a little bit of late little flakes starting to float around out there.
Yeah, I saw some white stuff just kind of fleeting go by here, Jay, so we'll see if that's going to end up being a factor in the second half. They did kind of call for it, right? So, yeah, looks like we may have some white stuff here in the second half. What a huge drive for Cooper, and a huge shot in the arm for them, and we got playoff football here, Jay.
Yeah, and I thought even though the second quarter ended so poorly with the block punt, I thought they were making strides to being, playing better. The first couple drives, it was kind of like, ooh, Alexandria might kind of have the upper hand here, but it felt like it evened out a lot more, despite the bad ending to the half for the Hawks. And then they come out with a great drive here to begin this 3rd quarter, and now Alex will see if they can respond. They were very efficient early offensively, but then Hawks did a little better job, I thought, as that first half went along. Trying to kick it away from Hoskins. He'll field it on the 25. And there's a flag down on the play. It came right near where he's being tackled, and it's possible this could be a face mask.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Jay. Nice job, though, by Garcia to kind of, look like almost like a golf shot where you kind of just stick it right on the green there, and nice pooch kick by Garcia, and Hoskins even had trouble with it and allowed the cavalry from Cooper to get there.
It's going to be a hold on Alex rather than a face mask there, so they will be pushed back. Now the pressure kind of on them a little bit to answer with, if not a scoring drive, then at least a decent drive.
Right.
I think that flag flew in right there. And
I agree with you, Jay. The pressure is kind of flipped over to the folks in the white jerseys here, and we'll see what Steffensmeyer, Hoskins, and company can do. Tight bunch formation out here. Oh,
here's Hoskins getting to the edge, and they just kind of contain relatively, but he got still a good gainer on that first down play.
Yeah, play they opened up the game with, Jay, on that. That's actually a pass.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was doing my stats, and I'm thinking he'd flip that ball forward.
Yeah. So if he drops it, that's really it's not a fumble, it's an incomplete pass. But again, never a bad idea to get it in 13's hands.
Height taking the handoff here and drags a tackler with him, and then he'll have enough for the first down out to just about the 30.
And if we do get the precipitation or the snow that they're calling for here, I think the run game might become more and more important here, Jay.
Definitely is coming down right now. It's kind of a rain-snow mix. At the 30, Steffensmeyer fakes the handoff, and he'll keep it himself. Ooh, and then he is stacked up, and it looks like he'll have enough for the first down. I don't think he saw Gauntlet there, and he turned right into him, but he still kept possession and still will get the first down as he picks up 11. He's run the ball just 3 times today, but you can see he's a pretty effective runner. And again, he was banged up a little bit, so maybe they didn't want to run him all that much, but if it's called for, he's going to do it.
Yeah, on both sides, I think, using their quarterbacks effectively like that.
Hoskins taking the little toss. Now he cuts it back the other way. Hoskins to the sideline and goes out of bounds there. Wow.
Yeah, that
didn't look like much was there. That was just kind of like playing keep away, get away from anybody you can there.
And I'm here to tell you, Jay, there's not that many folks out there in high school football that can make that kind of a move where you just stop and basically go 180 degrees the other way. This is quite a play by Hoskins here. You also get the feeling sometime every time he touches the ball, he could take it to the house.
This time they'll just a little pitch and catch to Hoskins, and we'll pick up about 5 or so on that one.
Yeah. The other thing is, and this is the first time I've seen Hoskins live, is it looks like he's having fun out there, Jay. It really does. He's he knows he's at a certain skill level, and he's having fun out there.
Steffensmeyer rolling to the left now, and he's going to take off. What a nice tackle in the open field there for the Hawks. As Zerbis was able to run him down after only about a 2-yard gain. That one looked like it was going to go for quite a bit more, but Zerbis did a great job.
He really did do a good job, because Steffensmeyer he's a sneaky good runner. And with some decent speed, and looked like he was going to make more money on that on the edge, and did a good job of stopping him short.
3rd and 4 here for the Cardinals.
We got Hoskins in the tight bunch here to our side.
Steffensmeyer looking to throw, and he misses Puffer. He was open, but couldn't hit him. And now a little bit of a decision here. I got to believe they're going to go for it. 4th and 4 from the 40.
Kind of looks like they are. I don't know if he got a real. I don't know.
That one didn't come out very nice, did it?
It didn't.
Didn't have a spiral to it.
No, it didn't. I don't think he had a great handle on that one.
It's one that I think Steffensmeyer would like to have back, because it did break open there.
It sure did.
Steffensmeyer looking back to the bench, see if they might have to be thinking about a timeout.
Yeah. Looks like maybe they did get the timeout, huh?
And now it looks as though they may be bringing in the punt team.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Jackson is their punter, and then they've got the wind at their back too, so I guess in an ideal world they're thinking we can pin them deep here.
Right, exactly. Right.
Surprised they're not going for it here, Joe?
A little bit, yeah, a little bit. I was just thinking maybe kind of a tribute to Cooper's defense a little bit of a salute to Cooper's D, and as you said, with the elements and everything, and taking the wind here. Probably a good call, especially with Cooper with some momentum on offense as well.
Jackson will boot this one. It's high. Connors coming up, fields it on the 8, and dragged down around the 20, perhaps just short, but it'll be Cooper football trailing it by 3, but the momentum on their side a little bit as the snow starting to really fly here. 4:10 to go in the third. 17-14 Alexandria, but Cooper with the only points of this half on a nice drive to begin the half. Joe Russell, the quarterback, keeping it on a bootleg and scoring from 2 yards out, and now they have an opportunity here to try and take their first lead of the game, but they've also got about 80 yards to go. Gonna turn and hand it off here to Reese, and he is knocked down after maybe a half-yard gain or so.
Yep. And again, not a bad call at all, sticking kind of with your game, especially now at 17-14. Stick with your game plan. No reason for panic. And Reese was able to, earlier in the first half, break a couple of those for 8-10 yards. So
Russell throwing, and nice tackle as Williams made the catch, but that's kind of the one-on-one thing where you come up and you get him or you don't, and Gavin Ashmore got him.
Yeah, he did, and I was watching Ashmore, and he just reacted right away, so obviously Alexandria's seen that on film. Ashmore just took off right away to defend that play, Jay.
It's so key to get to the receiver before he has a chance to get any momentum and make any move on you there.
Boy, it really is.
So it'll be 3rd down and 11 now for Cooper.
Jackson Howard in the slot over here.
Russell throwing deep for Connors in traffic, and he hauls it down. Connors with the grab. He looks like now we got a flag down on the play.
Oh my goodness.
It came very late at the end.
Yeah, it really did. Over the it kind of landed somewhere over the Cooper bench. What do we got here?
Oh, this might be a sideline warning against Cooper. That's what it is, yes. So no actual yardage or anything marked off there.
Yeah, and those are the catches that we're kind of used to seeing David Connors make, Jay, and a couple of those in the first half, for whatever reason, he didn't. And yeah, what a threat! What a game changer!
Nice grab in traffic there. Here's Reese taking the handoff and just crosses into Alexandria territory. We'll pick up about 3, maybe 4 on the play. Yeah, I'll give him 4. And so Cooper again making a play, or David Connors making a play to keep the drive going here.
And again, back to kind of a, the playbook for Cooper seems to be kind of running the ball on first down, they'll take 3 or 4 all day long, and then maybe put it in Russell's hands to put the ball up.
Russell will keep it here, spins away from a tackle, and then knocked down. Going to be close to the first down. Looks like he'll have it. Russell will pick up the first down.
That spin did it, Jay, because the Alexandria guy had him in his sights, and great little spin move to move the chains here. And again, Joe Russell. As we don't want to beat a dead horse here, but with Joe Russell running the ball, they're a different team.
At the 43 now, and again Russell will keep it here. This time pretty well defended. Downing coming in to clean up after he was forced back inside there.
Yeah, I'd have to see that one again, but it didn't look like they had the edge taking care of it all for Russell on that. He kind of didn't have much help on that one. Really nowhere to go.
Makes it 2nd and 9 as we're ticking toward the end of the third quarter here. About 1:20 to go as they'll get ready to snap it here. And again, of course, the snow is flying, as you can see, and starting to stick on the field a little bit here too, so footing might become an issue as well.
Going empty here, Jay. Cooper going empty.
And that one deflected. Tipped at the line of scrimmage, so it'll fall incomplete.
Looked like he was going to Reese on that one, and if it's not tipped, I think he makes the completion again, like a little hitch or quick slant again. And yeah.
I believe that was Birdsall. I got a piece of that one.
Okay.
Make it 3rd and 9 now for Cooper.
Kind of a 2-by-2 situation here for Cooper, with Reese in the backfield.
Fakes it to Reese, throwing to Connors. It's complete. Peffer wrestles him down, but it'll be enough for the first down. So get about 10.
Yeah, when you need it, get it to your playmakers, right? It's not too tricky. And in this case, number 4 is the guy.
So another fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 at the 33 of Alexandria. Cooper trying to march and take a lead here. They're down 17-14.
Maybe changing the play here. Maybe possible change of the play here.
Fake it to Reese. Russell keeping, but Rumor gets in there and does the job. Able to bring him down a couple yards short of the line of scrimmage there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and I think when Rumor lands on you, Jay, I think you feel it a little bit, particularly on a day like this. Wow, he can drive you into the turf.
That will probably be the last play of the quarter here. We're under 10 seconds. Yeah, they're not gonna have to run another play here. So we're coming down to the wire in this one. It looks like two good football teams battling. Our score after 3, Alexandria 17, Cooper 14. The Hawks on the march as we will change ends and begin quarter number 4 on CCX.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV.
Little winter wonderland here. First half was dry and now snow is flying here. Cooper and Alexandria, 3-point game. Cardinals leading at 17-14, but Cooper scored the only points of the third, and they have a nice march going here. They've got a 2nd and long coming up after the nice tackle for loss by Rumor. 2nd and 12 here for Cooper. They've got the wind at their back in this fourth quarter too, which certainly can't hurt.
No, it really can't. Not that they've got the greatest kicking game in the world, but it should help their passing game a little bit. Here's a little bit of a throwback.
He's going to come back the other way toward Matthews. It's tipped and incomplete. It was underthrown a little bit as the linebacker Schroeder getting back to break that one up. It looked like it was maybe breaking open, but Russell didn't get quite enough on it.
No, he didn't. And Schroeder had kind of inside position there and able to. Yep.
Matthews kind of outjumped him, but it couldn't bring it in. So 3rd and long now for Cooper.
And they put Jackson Howard back up in the slot again in a 2-by-2 situation here.
Russell looked like he wanted to take off and run. Now he's going to heave it up deep downfield for Connors, and he's got it. Touchdown Hawks. Put it up for Connors to make a play, and once again he's able to get it done, and Cooper will take the lead. No, now they're calling it incomplete. Officials conferring.
Definitely got to take a look at this one.
It definitely was a touchdown signal, so I don't think I was jumping the gun by saying touchdown there. As the official closest to it said touchdown.
Right, he definitely signaled touchdown. And they're conferring here.
Yeah, they're going to get together on this and see if what the ultimate call is going to be. Incomplete.
All right.
I'll readily admit I couldn't tell for sure, especially with this snow. It's getting harder to see it. And oh no, he did hit the ground.
Yeah, he did kind of lose it there at the end, didn't he? Yeah. I was impressed with the ability for Joe Russell to spin the ball like he did. It was a beautiful pass, particularly in this kind of weather. Wow, he got it downfield and in a great spot.
So it'll be 4th and 12 now for Cooper. A very near miss. Russell rolling out to his right. Now gonna fire it downfield into traffic and incomplete, and Alexandria will take over on downs.
Yeah, oh so close, huh? For Cooper, couple.
Yeah, and in that play, that's a great gamble to take. I mean, there's no reason not to just throw this ball and hope you can make a play.
No, that's right. You might get a PI, and yeah, you've got Hoskins inside help on that one, or inside position. You know, I was thinking too, Jay. It's been a while, actually. Credit Cooper's defense. It's been a while since Alexandria's done too much on offense.
That's true. Their first couple drives looked very good, but since then it's been a little hit and miss.
I mean, their last explosive play was really Hoskins on that kick return.
From the 35, and I got a flag down though. Looks like was this a delay of game? It looks like, yes.
Okay. Yes, it was. So that'll cost them 5. And I kind of still feel like, you know, Cooper has the momentum, as I said, based on Alexandria's inability for a bit here to do anything offensively. So I'm sure Alexandria would love to get about a 7 or 8 minute drive going here.
Fake it to Hoskins. Now they want to go screen the other way. Height then is brought down. Nice tackle in the open field there for Cooper by Conley.
I'll tell you what, too, Jay. There was a lot of traffic out there. Well, the screen game's always tough to execute. Maybe a little tougher with the elements here. And there were some blue jerseys around that screen on that one, but they defended it well.
2nd and 12. They only picked up about 3.5. Steffensmeyer, deep drop. Now stepping up and flips it out there, and it's complete. Oof, and then a big-time stop by Connors. Form tackle there, stepped up and buried Kelly Johnson. We do have a flag, though. It's going to be a hold against Alexandria.
Okay.
Wipe out the gain. Look at this tackle at the end. Connors,
wow, just
lift him off his feet and drove him down.
Just textbook, huh? I think he might have even made the sticks on that too, Jay. It was awfully close. But that'll all be wiped away.
So the Cardinals, instead of what was going to be a nice play for them, going backward on the hold.
And being a spot foul like that, that's when it's really brutal too. So it's 15 yards or 10 yards from the hold itself.
Yeah.
So, that's a tough one.
About 27 yards to go now, 2nd and 27. This is where you have to kind of be careful footwork-wise, both offensively and defensively too, though, with the snow on the field. Hoskins will hand it, and they pitch it back, but it's dropped. Oh, and now the ball loose again.
Oh, my.
And Steffensmeyer had it briefly, but does he end up with it? No, he does not. Cooper with the recovery. Conley will come up with it as they went with a little trickery, going to pitch it back, and it just never materialized. And then they compounded the mistake by trying to pick that ball up.
Right. I think, and he was trying to kind of scoop it back to Steffensmeyer, and Steffensmeyer wasn't able to find the handle either. And
right there, it slipped out of Johnson's hands, and Johnson picks it up, gets it back to him again, and then oh no, and he doesn't. Yeah.
And then the scrum ensues, right?
So Cooper will have it at the 2-yard line. Chance to punch it in and go ahead.
Yeah, we got Reese in the backfield with him.
Extra lineman in. They'll go to Reese, and Reese powers his way in for the touchdown. Cooper in the lead for the first time as they quickly capitalize on the fumble recovery.
Yeah, and Reese just takes on Hoskins one-on-one out there and kind of bulls his way over, Jay. And, yeah, as you said, takes advantage of the short field from the 2. And with Alexandria's kicking game, this is obviously all extra points are big, but this is big to give them more than a 3-point lead here.
Garcia on for the extra point. A little bit of a high snap, but it's handled, and the kick is good. Floats it through as Garcia, I don't think got all of it, but he got enough, and it goes through. 10:14 to go in the 4th. Cooper in front for the first time at 21-17.
Yeah, he just takes on Hoskins right here. Boom. Yeah. Reese is a hard runner.
I noticed on another one, Hoskins, obviously a great player, but he looks as a D-back, he looks a little Deion Sanders-like. He likes to play the pass, but not dying to throw himself in there to try and knock a running back over. So Cooper having the near miss on the throw to Connors, but they don't let it bother them. They get the fumble recovery. Now Alexandria, it's one of those, if it works, you're loving it, but you're thinking now, in the snow, did we do the right thing there,
right,
trying the flea flicker there?
Yeah, you leave yourself open a little bit. Oh, almost like
this one's going to get out of bounds. Yeah. Again, I'm sure the thought was there, Hoskins is not getting this football, period.
No, not even close on that one. Actually, kind of a good job by the. I'm not sure. I think it might have been Gunberg over there
to let it go.
Let it go.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, good decision there. Some players will pick that thing up, and usually it doesn't amount to much anyway. And yeah, good decision. So now they get pretty good field position here. And again, back to my earlier theme, we'll see if they can mount any kind of a drive or get any kind of rhythm going against this Cooper D. Yeah, I think they left themselves a little open for second guessing on that double reverse, especially in the elements. Not sure we're going to see that one again, Jay.
So Alex football at the 35. Steffensmeyer will run it. And Ponder wrapping him up, but had a little trouble bringing him down, and he'll pick up about 6 on the play.
Yeah, good starter, keeping the quarterback's hands, safe play. And kind of like, I've talked about with Cooper and Russell, good safe call keeping in Steffensmeyer's hands.
Going to go to Height up the middle. Nice job sticking him that time.
Yeah,
for the Hawks. As getting there was John Barrow.
Yeah, not much there. Nice job by the kind of the core of that Cooper D line.
So 3rd and a couple here for the Cardinals. Steffensmeyer will hand it off to Height, and he's going nowhere. Wow, great penetration there for the Hawks. Deshaun Ricks getting there. And that'll be a loss on the play. And Alex, at this point, I think you probably have to go for it.
Yeah, I think you kind of do. That D line really rising up here for Cooper. This 3 yards here can seem like a long way to go when you're out there right now, Jay, in the elements.
Steffensmeyer fakes the handoff, now rolling, and he'll throw it up downfield for Peffer, and he's got it. Stayed with it. Reese didn't quite get his head turned around to see it coming, and Peffer hauling it in. A clutch conversion for Alex.
You know, I had the feeling of kind of a playground play, Jay, to be honest with you. Steffensmeyer again extending it, kind of like he did that very first series, and finally finds Peffer for a huge first down for Alexandria.
At the 34 now of Cooper. Steffensmeyer rolling to the left. Now he's going to throw it up, looking for Hoskins. He's all alone, and he'll be shoved out of bounds there. And a first down inside the 20.
It's amazing. It's amazing what one first down will do for your rhythm and your psyche and so forth, isn't it, Jay? I mean, now Alexandria feels like they got just total new life here.
Ball on the 18. And of course, they have to respect Hoskins' speed getting behind him, too, so they backed off. Here's Steffensmeyer going to run it himself. And forward, he'll fall there. There's kind of a little hesitation there, and then went for it.
Right. Yeah, and I think that was supposed to be kind of an RPO with height, but I think it was pretty much going to be Steffensmeyer all the way. And again, the defense, you know, has to account, as Alexandria has to account for Russell, they have to account for Steffensmeyer. Not always an easy thing to do.
Second down and 5.
Kind of a light box here by Cooper. Could possibly run the ball again, but that D-line for Cooper's been rising up.
Steffensmeyer's going to run it again, and out toward the edge as he's knocked down. A little bit shy of the first down. Pick up 3 on the play.
And again, you know, safe play. Safe play for Alexandria. Keep it in the quarterback's hands.
Third down and 2 here for the Cardinals, down 21-17. And a timeout taken by Cooper here before that ball could be snapped here. They realize all these plays are pretty crucial right now, and they didn't like what they had alignment-wise there, so timeout taken by the Hawks.
One thing that I saw, Jay, on this near side here, the Cooper was given the 2 receivers, Alexandria receivers, and they were playing very, very soft. I'm not sure Alexandria was going to go that way with the ball, but given that they only need 1 yard, they were playing way off those receivers. I'm not sure that's why they called the timeout, but they were playing very soft over here. And again, it says 3rd and 1, but that's a long one.
I was going to say the sticks to me looks. I would call it 2 from up here, but it's either way, obviously.
Right. And it's kind of become, even though Height's a hard runner, it's kind of become the Steffensmeyer show running the football, hasn't it? And being able to kind of slide off and pick up some crucial yardage here. See now Cooper's playing their guys way up in kind of a man situation.
Steffensmeyer's going to run it again. Jackson Howard wraps him up. And it looks like he'll be short of the first down, I believe. He got inside the 10, but not going to be quite enough. So 4th down coming up. So a crucial 4th down here late in the ball game. Just past the halfway point of the 4th quarter. Steffensmeyer's going to come up under center.
Kind of submarine there,
forward. Boy, yeah, this was an interesting one.
Yeah, it was, and he kind of did a total submarine, so we'll see where the mark is.
Cooper signaling that they've got him stopped. Yeah, we're not sure if Steffenmeyer might have lost his ball, too.
Okay.
Yeah, he did, and they stop him short, so Cooper will take over on downs.
He kind of went between his kind of center's legs there, and gave up the football. Are they saying Cooper recovered, or is it just a stop on 4th down here, Jay? I'm not sure.
It seemed to be they were indicating just short of the line to gain. It was hard, it was obviously in that scrum. It was hard to tell on a recovery part of it, but either way, they'll get the football.
Yep.
Steffensmeyer was complaining to the official, I think, on the spot, so it must not have been that they granted them the recovery.
Okay. Well, both teams with 2 timeouts here, but obviously Cooper trying to pick up some first downs and run some clock.
Reese takes the handoff here, and a decent gainer there. Cardinals trying to rake that ball loose.
Yeah. Good play right out of the blocks on first down here with Reese.
Yeah, he got more than I thought. That's going to be about an 8-yard pickup.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get a little overeager trying to get the football and don't worry enough about getting the stop.
Right. They did have that end over here, the Jackson Howard side kind of sealed off, so they took advantage. They're going to do it again.
Here's Reese, and he will fall forward easily enough for the first down there. Out over the 20.
Yeah, and the clock is not Alexandria's friend at this point.
They've just gone under 5 minutes to play. Again, both teams have a couple of timeouts, but yeah, if you're Cooper right now, you could live with 3, 4, and 3 and move the chains, and 3, 4, and 3 and keep doing that kind of thing.
Exactly. Couple of first downs, and even if you will, I mean, obviously they just soon not punt, but you're going to back Alexandria up quite a bit.
And Reese will be stacked up after a pickup of a yard or 2 there.
Yeah, Cooper definitely in no hurry, and why would they be? We'll see when they snap it here. Although they're coming up with a good 15, 16 seconds to go here. But Russell has a real good look at that play clock. So.
Handoff again going to Reese, able to bounce it to the outside, and another nice run. It'll be near the first down. Looks like it is going to be enough. Yeah, so referee signaling move the chains, so really nice run there.
Really nice job by Reese here, kind of a little change of direction there. And again, you know, ever since they went to Reese in the first half, as we said, he's injected some life into that Cooper run game, that's for sure. And now's when they need it the most.
Fresh set of downs, and they'll be able to burn some more clock here. 1st and 10 at the 32. Back to Reese they go, and he is wrapped up right away there by Zander Hummelvig.
Yeah, and if I'm Alexandria, I'm definitely going to load the box here.
I'm surprised they didn't call a timeout after that first down play, actually. We're going to be under 3 minutes to go. Maybe they'll wait and use them on 2nd and 3rd down probably here, but.
Right. It seemed like Alexandria before that last play, a little disorganized, but they defended it well.
And off again to Reese, and he is dragged down by Downing. Pick up of a couple.
Still no timeout though, huh, Jay? Okay. So now if you're Cooper, do you take a little chance here and put it in the air?
I'm saying no, although you might get Russell on the edge.
I'm going to agree with you. Although I think I'd put Joe Russell out on the edge, and especially with his ability to scramble.
And timeout taken by Cooper. They were running late in the play clock there.
Yeah, and not a bad timeout at all. Obviously, huge play for both teams.
Looking at a 3rd and 7 at snowy Osseo here, and we weren't sure. It seems like a lot of times you get it might snow, and then it doesn't really quite materialize, or it falls as rain or whatever. But second half, we turned into a snow bowl here.
Yeah. And as I said, and Cooper, well, both teams really, they haven't. It's not become a fumble fest or anything like that. But I still go back to that pass that Joe Russell threw. Wow, that was like 7-on-7 in the summer. Man, he really spun that ball well. So Cooper ready to go here.
So they've got one timeout remaining here if they should need it. 1:55 to go. Cooper up 21-17. They were down 17-7 at halftime, but a strong second half performance.
Get the wide side of the field to Russell's right. Puts a guy in motion out there.
Fakes the handoff. Russell on the sweep to the left, and he is going to have the first down, and he stays in bounds as well as Russell out over the 42 to about the 43, maybe 44. Yard lines are getting tough to see, but that's a great call and a great execution here by Russell.
Great job of misdirection, using motion, going one way and then Russell the other, and got all pretty much most of the Alexandria eyes going that way, Jay, and here comes Russell.
And he stayed in bounds too, which obviously was a key thing, and he knew that. He was definitely looking for that once he got to the sticks. So now Alexandria's going to have to use their timeouts, and they are going to pretty much run out of time here. If Russell's going to hand it off to Reese. Again, they're trying to drag the football out, but can't do it as he reaches the 45, and now Alex will use a timeout. Only 1:15 remaining, though.
Yeah, so they got one more that they can stop it, but it's just getting down there. Good job of ball security too by Cooper, I think, and particularly Reese, who's kind of handled all the chores here, and they're just scraping and doing everything they can to get the ball out on the Alexandria side. Reese doing a good job of ball security.
Second down and long. Again, only one timeout remaining now for Alexandria. Cooper should be able to just about eat up the rest of this time.
Yeah, just about.
Russell will hand it off again to Reese. Cut down on the outside there by Ashmore, and another timeout taken by the Cardinals, their last.
We may see one of those Russell rollouts one more time, although the little handoff to Reese inside has been doing the job for them.
Here's the thing, with the weather as it is, I don't really think you want to punt though either, right? No matter, obviously ideally you'd get another first down, but say you get stopped for no gain here or one or whatever, then there's a little bit of a decision because they've had some adventures. They've had a punt blocked. Ooh, I'm not sure what you do there. I don't think you'd punt.
No, given the history and what happened in the first half, I agree with you, Jay. And I mean, you don't want to give Alexandria a relatively short field, but at the same time, the punt's been a little bit of an adventure for Cooper.
Of course, they're hoping that all becomes a moot point here to try and get a first down. Russell will just run it here, tucks it up, and he'll be stopped short of midfield. But of course, Alex cannot stop the clock again here, so we'll be under a minute. And there'll be about 21 seconds roughly that they'll need to snap it again here. Cooper does have one timeout. They'll probably just let it go all the way down.
I think that'd be a good call. Run it all the way down, and you got the linesman over there right by the head coach, and why not use it and kind of regroup a little and make sure you got the right play call. But I agree. I don't think we're going to see a punt here. Yeah, Willie Howard's right by the head linesman down there, Jay.
So they get the timeout with 21 seconds remaining here. What a game this has turned into. It was crazy. I mean, the Alexandria started really fast, and I thought Cooper definitely made strides in that second quarter, although it ended kind of disastrously with a blocked punt and the field goal by Alex. But then the Coopers kind of come out and controlled the second half here, it feels like.
Yeah, they really have. And I haven't seen a lot of wholesale adjustments by Cooper. I think like we talked about earlier, I think a little bit, with sometimes with an outstate team, of course you don't see them all year, and I think Cooper was a little surprised with the ease that Alexandria goes down the field, and then it's time to kind of lace them up, boys, and we want to get the U.S. Bank here.
I think playing indoors sounds good to all these guys right now, too, right? Although this is fun. I know a lot of kids really enjoy the snow football. They are dropping into punt formation, Dante Williams.
Yeah.
And they've got him back quite a ways, which can be good, but also it might make it a little bit harder on the snapper here.
Could be a snap to Reese, too, Jay. Well, no.
They got it online, and the punt out of there for Williams, and it'll turn into a very good one. So much for me saying I don't think they'll punt here. We're very wrong.
No, I totally agreed with you, and got that one off with ease, and didn't allow Hoskins to return it at all, and got it out about. Yeah, everything worked well for Cooper on that one. Of course, I'm sure at halftime they talked a little bit about the blocking situation on punt team, right? That had to come up.
Well, Alex came up with a big play to win a game with a hook and lateral earlier, and they're got to have something in their playbook here now. We've got 92 yards to go, 13 seconds, no timeouts. They're going to need a miracle here.
Right. Kind of 4 across here by Cooper. And going to give them everything they want, obviously, in the short game.
Steffensmeyer looking to his left, and that pass is knocked away. Probably just as well for Alex. I mean, the clock would probably have run out there if they make that catch. I mean, yes, it stops for a first down, but...
Yeah, I'm not sure they'd have got another playoff, but...
Good hit here at the end. It looked like it was going to be a completion, but strong tackle by Colley. Yeah, somehow, some way, they just want to get it to Hoskins and hope he can outrun everybody here, I think, is got to be the plan.
Right, and he's the number 3 receiver here on the near side, Jay.
Might be the last play of the game.
Looks like they're setting up kind of a hook and ladder.
Now throwing incomplete. 1 second left, though. It does not quite run out the clock, but Cooper starting to get in celebration mode.
Yep, exactly.
Hoskins in the backfield by Steffensmeyer here, and wouldn't bet against him getting the football. And they'll just toss it to him and see if he can run. And instead he is thrown down, and that will bring us to a close. Cooper storms the field. A strong second half comeback here for the Hawks. They were down 17-7 at halftime, and they are fired up. They are headed to US Bank Stadium, and right now they're going to go out and play in the snow a little bit.
Right. They're going to do with what young people do, right? Let's go out and make some snow angels. Hard-earned victory against obviously a very worthy opponent, and Cooper's D, I think, really, we talk a lot about Joe Russell and Connors and so forth, but I think Cooper's D needs to be mentioned here in shutting down this Alexandria offense, because they had some weapons also, Jay.
Yeah, I agree. They certainly played, better as the game went on and made some key stops and able to get that fourth down stop here when it looked like there was a chance Alexandria was going to drive it and retake the lead. So congratulations here to the Cooper Hawks. They will get Matamidi in the semifinals Friday afternoon, and our CCX crew will follow Cooper to US Bank Stadium for that one. We've got a couple teams into the semis. Maple Grove also in Class 6A, and the season rolls on here for Cooper. Again, it wasn't easy, but they come back with a strong second half to pick up the win. 21-17 Cooper over Alexandria is our final. Thanks to our crew for braving the elements here this afternoon, and they'll be headed down to the XL Energy Center for a state volleyball championship too, as Wayzata plays for a title tonight. Hope you've enjoyed this one. For Joe Basil and all of our crew, I'm Jay Wilcox. Once again, your final 21-17 Cooper over Alexandria.